Leeds United have not been this far in the FA Cup for 7 years. They were quarter-finalists then, 2003. Extraordinary to think their last major cup semi-final was in the Champions League. Doyle, forward by Housen. Becchio, who got that late goal. I don't think that the Tottenham anger at half-time was so much about the goal as about the decision which Jermaine Defoe didn't get 10 minutes earlier when he was through and Mikulek made contact with him. Genius has given it straight to Beckford, which is not advisable. Sean Lucas got it away. Here's Bentley. Hughes managed to get to him. But the goal is an interesting one, Jim. Tottenham had a goal disallowed at Anfield in not dissimilar circumstances the week before last. It's all to do with the new offside laws. This is the 5th season of them. We should be used to them. I must admit, I'm a fan of them. I think the laws are laid out quite clearly, apart from the phase of play. That's the definition that the referee has got to come up with. Huddleston out to Bale. And towards Crouch. I spoke to a few referees after that disallowed goal at Liverpool, and their feeling was that probably, in deference to the officials on the night, they had made a mistake, and that goal should have stood.
Yeah, I was at that game, and I must admit I was a bit perplexed as to what had gone on. I didn't know whether Defoe had been penalised for a little pull on Reina. I was unsure, and when I saw it back, I was surprised it didn't stand. But they've got so much to process, don't they? I think that rightly stood, because I think when Becchio comes onto it, I think he's behind Beckford as he strikes it. I think he's onside in that phase of play.
All clear then. Genius on by Kranjčar. Defoe trying to reach it, and will do now by Kranjčar. It's dangerous again from Jermaine Defoe. He starts the second half as he started the first with a side of goal.
That's a good ball across. I mean, I think he's just looking to play it across Defoe. He's in such a wide position. I can't think he's going for a shot, and he just doesn't get his foot wrapped around it enough. I think that'll be the message as well from Harry Redknapp at half-time. Just keep playing your football. Just be more clinical in the box. Finishing has got to improve. Because I mean, you know what Leeds. There's a grit about them. There's a great togetherness here, and they just won't lie down and take it.
Snodgrass. Becchio. Bromby. He's given it away. Crouch. It's come for Huddleston. Seized upon by Housen. Stopped by Huddleston. Dawson to Crouch. Bentley. Defoe making a run ahead of him, and he checked it at the very moment that Bentley played the pass.
Yeah, he surprised me then as well, Defoe, because I think it was obvious what Bentley was going to play for. And you know, we saw Bentley have good joy, didn't we, in the first half against Andy Hughes. Yes, he's playing left back, but he's all right foot, and when he attacks him on the outside, he's on his weaker side, and Hughes hasn't looked comfortable in trying to deal with it. I'd expect Spurs to keep working the ball Bentley's way. Let him have a run.
It's only 18 months since David Bentley last played for England. He is only 25 years of age. He needs to resurrect his career, and he's got an opportunity. Aaron Lennon has some worrying injury problems at the moment and may be out for some time. Hughes with his throw. Becchio. Total miss hit by Andy Hughes. Leeds United beat Tottenham Hotspur en route to their one and only cup triumph in 1972, beat Arsenal in the final, beat Spurs in the last 8 that year. Jack Charlton headed the winner here past Pat Jennings. Defoe made space for himself. Jermaine Defoe, and he caught that cleanly enough. He just couldn't quite get it to dip enough, quickly enough,
Bentley has a point, arms outstretched, he wanted it from Defoe as he made his way across the Leeds 18-yard box here. I think he'd made his mind up very early, he wasn't going to look up and he was going to try and get the strike in. So it was close enough too.
Just as in the first half, Spurs creating openings.
And I think if you look at the ball that was played, for me, Crouch has just won it way too easily to set Tottenham away again. Leeds have got to compete much better with Crouch.
Genius will have to chase that himself. Ankergren is coming off limits to get it. Genius, Luka, Bentley, altered by Hughes, who survives the handball appeals and then gives it straight to Huddleston. Nico Cranchard, tipped in towards Crouch, dealt with by Doyle. Vecchio couldn't lay claim to it for once. Defoe, Crouch, Huddleston, good use of the ball. Gareth Bale. In low, Nico Cranchard tried a shot, almost came for Gina's, turned away by Hughes. Vecchio does get hold of it this time. Bromby. Snodgrass has made a good run. Well seen by Dawson, who got to the ball. Taken a little bit late by Snodgrass, but the Spurs skipper's getting up. Genius. Defoe. Bentley in acres of space. David Bentley. Come back, Jermaine Defoe. It'll come for Nico Cranchard. Won't go in. It just won't go in for Spurs again.
Oh, I can't believe that, particularly the Crouch one right at the end. I think Bentley cleverly pulls it back. I mean, he pulls out of it almost, doesn't he, Defoe, with the challenge coming. And I just can't believe that Peter Crouch hasn't got something more solid on that.
I think he is offside, by the way. He's beyond the goalkeeper.
There was a Leeds player coming out on the far side of the goal, and I just wondered whether he kept him on when it was struck.
Matters not, because it's not in the net. Cranchard. Bentley. It's like half-time never happened. The game just picked its pace up straight away. You think we were in the last 5 minutes. Both teams going hell for leather. Wonderful fare. Luka.
Yeah, but the thing is, I mean, Tottenham have got the control in it again. I mean, Tottenham are the ones playing all the football again, and Leeds are just working hard trying to keep them at bay.
What does the scoreline say?
I know. 1-1. That's the way they are.
Defoe for Spurs. Vecchio on the stroke of half-time for Leeds. Cranchard. Straight to Hughes. Johnson. Vecchio. Forward by Howson. Beckford's controlled it. It's gone for goal. It's deflected. It's a corner kick.
I think Gomez had it covered, had it been just inside the post, but it comes off Dawson. But that's great control, isn't it? Then he shifts it out of his feet, Beckford, to get the strike. Bit of deflection, keeper's there.
Shot was on target until it took the deflection. In front of the Allen Road Cop. Corner to the home team. Snodgrass takes. Header away by Crouch. Headed forward again. And on by Vecchio. Smuggled away. It's Johnson. Charged down by Huddleston. Dealt with by Luka.
Good ball in from Snodgrass. Delivers very well. I mean, whether he plays just off Beckford, which he did in White Hart Lane, or he plays in the wider position, he always seems to as well be able to kind of get that little yard of space for himself. Lovely footballer.
He prefers to play the left wing, but he's played most of this season from the right. 29 22, Glaswegian with a lot of natural talent, as indeed does this man, Beckford. Back to Bromby. Here is Snodgrass. Clipped into Beckford, flicked off to Becchio. Well, Dawson charged it down, it may have hit his arm. There was very little room between Becchio and Dawson. I can't believe it was deliberate.
Well, it's those three again, isn't it? Ball in from Snodgrass, the little layoff from Beckford, and Becchio. I think it would have been harsh to give that against Dawson.
His arms were out, and it was ball to arm. In fact, it hit his chest. Snodgrass with the corner. Towards Michalik. Well, he was under sufficient pressure from Crouch. Rather smothered the header, and it was easy for Gomez. Good distribution from the goalkeeper. Dawes won it back. This is Johnson. Luca not allowed to settle. Huddleston not allowed to settle. He felt he was caught in the face there by Johnson.
Well, thankfully he's up. I don't think it's that serious. I mean, the arm just comes through. I don't think there was real force applied from Johnson. He's okay, Tom Huddleston.
Is soaked in history. Peter Lorimer giving his views on the evening's events, and there are many of them. And many of the old Leeds faces are here, watching the 21st century team looking to strive and aspire to the standards that were set many decades ago. Crouch. Fallen for Johnson. Simon Grayson, he was a teenage apprentice here, couldn't quite break through, and has found his way back. His first club, always his club, the one nearby Ripon, and a feeling that while one or two of his players came under the scrutiny of bigger clubs during the January transfer window, the thing that they wanted most here was to keep hold of their manager. They really believe that they're in good hands at the moment, Leeds United. Cruncher. Kick.
Good work again from Snodgrass, tracking back, followed his man, got a foot to it. Simon Grayson will be pleased that the window is shut as well.
The rumour is that Beckford will leave at the end of the season, but there were plenty of rumours that he was going to leave during January too.
I think there's one or two others that have grabbed some attention as well. They've got some nice players on that side.
Too much television time. Beckman will take the corner. In towards Dawson with a flick. Goalkeeper did enough.
Well, that's very, very sharp. That's a lovely flick, isn't it? The run front post. Dawson's headed in too, you know, he has to get something on that. Ankergren just throws the right arm at it. Good save.
He's almost gone past it, trying to anticipate it, and then had just to flail an arm and make some kind of contact, help it on its way. Bentley again. Ankergren not quite so convincing this time. Bentley once more. Seen off by Naylor. Bentley came through. Going to get a yellow card here, David Bentley.
Well, Naylor's up on his feet again, which is a good thing, but is he a little high? Just here it comes now, and yeah, he's late, and he does catch him on the left ankle, and no wonder some of Naylor's teammates reacted as they did.
37,700 inside Ellen Road. Tottenham didn't quite sell out their allocation of 3,000 tickets. It's not quite a full house, but it's only 1,000 or so short. Strong header by Dawson. Up and under from Hughes. Dawson's there again. Falls for Johnson. Stolen by Chorluka. Bentley. Good skill from him. Finds Cranchar. Chorluka. Defoe's offside.
Looked it. Lovely movement again. I mean, Cranchar, the way he came all the way across from the left-hand side to get involved in this, the little layoff. When he goes, you know, he's on. He's on. That was wrong.
So difficult for the Lions when that happens in the blink of an eye. One player going one direction, the other going the other. But probably onside. Is up this time. I think you've got to give the linesman a yard either way. I mean, we all make mistakes, and that is, for me, the most difficult job on the field. The two guys with the flags.
I think if the ball travels any distance, it's impossible for them. I think if it's a short journey, then maybe they can get it all in view and should get more right than wrong. But yeah, any sort of distance, then you can excuse them.
Didn't used to say that when you were a fullback.
You're right.
Towards the head of Crouch. Here's Defoe. He's found Cranchar. Now Bale. Genus. Huddleston. Chorluka. Bentley. A bit of appetite and zest about David Bentley again. He looks at it tonight. Genus. Huddleston, Cranchar, Chorluka, tossed in towards the head of Crouch. And Mikulek did enough against him.
Yeah, it's a good ball to find him, but you know, would have taken a special header from that distance. You had to generate a lot of power for the Crouch. Oh, just as well there was a touch on that from Dawson. Otherwise, Beckford was away.
He misjudged it though. Cranchar. First ball for Defoe. Nicely worked. Genus to Bale. Dick back over the head of Defoe though, and Johnson has the presence to chest it down and pick his moment to clear.
It's just they just can't make it stick now, Leeds second half. You know, they can't find Becchio with any sort of consistency and get themselves up the pitch. They seem to be just content to sit in there now and defend.
Bentley finds a cross towards the head of Peter Crouch. He's knocked it back. Jermaine Genus sets up Tom Huddleston. Caught that sweetly. Just rose a little bit too much.
Oh, it's a lovely strike. He's just a little unlucky. Just gets underneath it, but you know, very, very good power in it and catches it really sweetly. Pure. A little unlucky.
We must get an outcome tonight. If it's level after 90 minutes, we go into extra time. If it's level at the end of extra time, the tie would be settled by a penalty shootout. Flick from Becchio. Beckford hooked into the path of Snodgrass, but just a little too strong.
It's a shame because, you know, he's done the hard part really with the control. It was a simpler ball on wide to Snodgrass.
Dispossessed. Doyle to Becchio. Good recovery by Genus. Won the ball. Bentley. Oh, he's a little fortunate there. He showed too much of that to Hughes, but he broke the challenge. David Bentley. Beautifully struck, and another very good save by Ankergren. Cutting run from David Bentley.
Well, that's what I was talking about earlier in the half. He's tackling with his weaker side, and it was a weak attempt to deal with it. And Bentley does well to cut inside. And again, luckily, I think for Ankergren, it's straight at him, and he can just help it on its way.
Bentley's got the measure of his fullback. He's enjoying himself tonight, David Bentley. Turn the clock back a year or two here. It's Bentley's corner. It's towards Dawson. He took it away maybe from Chorluka behind him, and Basson couldn't latch onto it. And it was cleared Howson. Lost too much of Beckford. Huddleston. He's found some space here, but Huddleston couldn't get it over the head of Mikulek.
The Leeds have got to keep it for a while, just to get the confidence back on the ball.
Beckford's just distracted at the moment. He seems to have something in his eye. He stopped playing. Snodgrass trying to get forward down the right-hand side, but the ball came last off him. Bentley. Luka. Interesting idea. Hughes has got some defending to do here, and does it. Fairness to Andy Hughes, he's a right-footed midfield player really by trade. He's moved into this left-back position because of an injury to Ben Parker in Leeds United's opening game of the season. He spent much of his career as a midfield player. By Mikulek on Crouch.
Clumsy.
Gins. This cube. Overweight by Bromby. Doyle's helped it on. Here's Beckford. Got three in support. Leeds throw.
I think Genius, when he was trying to play that pass, he was just trying to look for Bale on the left flank and miscued.
House. Shot off Huddleston. We'll get the last word in that particular tussle. Genius exchanging passes with Crouch and now finding Cranchard. Bale is on the way at his left shoulder. This is Nico Cranchard. This is Gareth Bale. Tottenham have got men over. Defoe!
Offside.
Offside. Doesn't count. Goal disallowed. Wonderful, swiftly engineered counter-attack, but Defoe got in front of Bale.
It is, it's great counter-attack, and if you look here, Spurs have got 5 players against Leeds' 3 defenders. He's just gone.
Good decision.
Just gone.
Flooded into the Leeds penalty area. Any one of 3 of them could have converted Bale's cross, but it was the one who got beyond the last defender who did, Jermaine Defoe. Was that his 100th goal attempt of the night? I've lost count.
I think that's just exaggerated by Bentley. I think he's fooled the referee into thinking there was more in that.
What does Doyle do wrong here?
Nothing. Just stood his ground.
Yeah. Crouch's head is the target again. Chests it down, hit by Defoe. Saved by Ankergren. I said that before somewhere tonight, haven't I? Defoe shoots, Ankergren saves.
Just once or twice. I mean, I think, again, we've seen a few go right at the goalkeeper tonight, and this is another one. Crouch does brilliantly for him, but he is striking the ball very well, Defoe. He needs to miss-hit them a bit more, and he finds the net.
Becchio. He's a great chaser of lost causes. Into a bit of a cul-de-sac, but he's emerged with the ball. The move lost its momentum really with Becchio. Michael Doyle wins it back. Draw breath and go into the final quarter. Now the match has been compelling. Jermaine Defoe gave Tottenham Hotspur the lead. Luciano Becchio equalised on the stroke of half-time. Defoe offside. True. They're on the way back in every sense. Currently second in the League One table, 3 points behind the leaders Norwich, but with 2 games in hand. We're bidding to reach Wembley in the Johnston's Pate Trophy this time next week. Snodgrass. Becchio picked up by Cranchard. Skill beating persistence, but Leeds have got it back, and Beckford has played it into Becchio. And Dawson just smashes it away.
Yeah, just his last few attempts, Becchio, to get hold of it's not quite worked, but Huddleston will be relieved. It wasn't a good ball. He tried to play out of defence then.
It's not snowing anymore, but it's not warm. Bentley. Defoe quickens, cross comes Mikulek. Defoe was taking 2 strides to every one of Mikulek's there. Genus. Chorluka. Spurs throw. Crouch. Don't bother find any kind of a cross there.
Mikulek shouldn't be allowing that. You know, it doesn't turn that quickly, Peter Crouch. Mikulek's got to stick with that. Did very, very well, the striker, to get it in.
Quite mobile tonight, the big man. It's not a quality that you probably first associate with Peter Crouch, but it's combined well in open play with Defoe, and always that persistent threat in the air, that option. Huddleston. Defoe. Genus. Now Chorluka. Defoe on the move again. Here's Jermaine Defoe. And Mikulek just managed to stretch out the longest legs in Leeds colours tonight and concede the corner.
He hesitated just for a minute, Defoe, and then realised he was getting onto it again. It's pretty comfortable for Mikulek.
Bentley short to Genus. He'll have it back. Crossed in. Oh, it's been forced in by Defoe. And Tottenham retain the lead. It's Jermaine Defoe again from a delicious David Bentley cross. And can Leeds United come back yet again? They've got 17 minutes to save their FA Cup skins.
Well, Bentley's career is definitely on the way back up. I don't know what put it on pause, but this is as sweet as you like when he gets it back. Leeds just got caught. There's 2-1, and once it's fed back to Bentley. Onside? Yes. What a ball in. Just tempted Ankergren. Maybe he could have done a little bit better, the keeper, in getting to it, but finally Defoe was able to find the net again, but the ball in was just delicious.
19 for the season. Tottenham Hotspur within of the stadium, Bolton. David Bentley is back with us. He's gone missing, really, absent almost without leave for a couple of years of a promising career, where it seemed to have hit the rocks, but it was merely on pause.
Well, I mean, I think the biggest compliment we can play him tonight is we haven't mentioned Aaron Lennon. Tottenham haven't missed him.
Here's Gareth Bale. Link up with Crouch. As I say, Lennon's got a worrying hernia problem now. He initially suffered a groin injury. Theo Walcott is struggling to get game time and play his way back into form with Arsenal. Who will England play on the right in the World Cup finals? With that Beckham fella, I wonder. Or is David Bentley still not out the running? James Milner, I suppose, would be another one in pole position at the moment. That's a debate for another time, but David Bentley simply hasn't been a part of that debate for 18 months.
Well, I don't know why his career paused. I don't know whether it was an attitude thing, whether he stopped doing the things that got him the recognition in the first place. But he's back doing what he should be doing. He's making things happen rather than waiting for them to come to him.
Leeds are going to bring on a young left back to try and quell him. Aidan White is stripped off. It may be a stable door that's being shut after the Bentley has bolted. He's only 18, Aidan White. Not surprisingly, it's Andy Hughes who's had a torrid time against Bentley, who comes on. He did have brief substitute appearances at both Old Trafford and White Hart Lane. He's an England under-19 international from Leeds. They trust him. This is a big occasion, and I think in fact Johnson might go to left back, and the substitute White may play in front of him. Cranchard, Defoe. It'll come for Bale. It's into Crouch. Really good defending by Michalik. Bromby finds a way out. Huddleston. Can Tottenham kill this game off? Something they didn't do in the first half. Huddleston. Beckford back there helping out. Huddleston goes on. Michalik's there once more. It's Johnson who clears. Bentley's refound the ball though. Chorluka. Genus, Crouch, Bentley. Sold Huddleston short.
Yeah, no need to get flicky with it. Just keep doing the right things. I just wonder what Leeds can produce now. I think White's on just to give him some legs now, Clive, just try and get him up the pitch a little bit more. And I could see Simon Grayson on that last Tottenham attack urging his defence to actually push up and way too deep.
Bentley in towards Defoe this time. Cranchard. It was a rather extravagant flick which didn't come off. Bromby up to Becchio. Really game play again by Luciano Becchio. Doyle, White, Johnson. It's forward towards Beckford. Basson heads away. Chorluka clears.
Well, listen to the crowd here, listen to the atmosphere. Still right behind them in the belief that, yes, can get back into it again.
Come from behind once tonight. Bentley, though, seeking out Defoe. Ankergan committed. The race to finish though.
He came from behind twice at White Hart Lane. I just wonder if we have another situation with Beckford and Dawson, Basson. Be interesting.
The brave referee gives a penalty in the 96th minute tonight. Chorluka. Only as far as Dawson, only as far as Becchio. Naylor. Bromby. Bale got to Snodgrass. Gets it back from Cranchard. Huddleston tiptoeing into space. Huddleston. Now Cranchard. Chorluka. Here's Defoe. Michalik just managed to get a foot on the ball.
Yeah, just Leeds at the moment just look more fearful of a third concession than anything else, because they can't quite get themselves into the opposition half. But you know, there's still a little bit of hope in Beckford's goals. Becchio, clever, Snodgrass, they've got the talent now if they can just get him in the other box.
Defoe, of course, comes Naylor this time. White. Johnson. Swept forward towards Beckford. Dawson heads out.
Tired. I mean, he's looking to pick out Snodgrass on the far touchline as Mikulek, and it just looked a tired effort.
Snodgrass. Forward by Bromby. That's on the way. 10 minutes. Becchio. Snodgrass. Howson to Doyle. Now Bromby. Howson unable to return the ball to Snodgrass. Johnson clatters into Bentley, and that's going to be a yellow card. Johnson.
Yeah, I mean, Johnson was a little late. I mean, does he really make contact with him? He's gone between his legs, and Bentley has kind of just gone down, and he's got him done, really. Johnson appealed to the referee, saying, look, I didn't really make contact, but it was the intent, I think, that has been booked for more than anything else.
That's fantastic from Bentley. Pretty good, though, from White. Stuck at it. Beckford. Leeds needed been in the other half of the field. Johnson to Howson. Here's Bromby. That's on the way. Spurs still within Leeds United's reach. Towards the nervous 90s, and they'll push them every inch of the way if they can. The nervous 90s where Spurs lost their lead 11 days ago. Oh, that's late from Beckford on Churluka. Left his foot there. It'll be a card. I think it'll be yellow. Indeed it is.
I mean, he's working for his team, and he's just trying to close them down. And on the follow-through, and I've been in that position as a fullback myself, trying to clear up the line, been on the end a couple of those. Yeah, he catches him as he kicks up right into that. That's sore, that was.
That's a bit of an understatement, Jim, because you suffered a terrible broken leg in not dissimilar circumstances. It's so dangerous when a fullback's kicking through the ball like that, isn't it?
Yeah, it can be, but you know, thankfully it's just a foot, and it's not across the shin.
Jermaine Defoe's second goal of the night, separating the two teams. And David Bentley's cross just beat Ankergren to the punch. Tottenham have run into Manchester United at this stage of the competition in each of the last two seasons. Their cup tradition kept alive by successive appearances in the Carling Cup final. Their last FA Cup final was 1991, Gaza and all that. But they are 8 times winners. Competition means so much to the club and to its support. And they will travel on now to the northwest of England, to Bolton, if their team can safely manoeuvre these last 6 or so minutes. Bale. Still carrying the fight to Snodgrass. Step out across towards Crouch. Oh, bounces it off the top of the crossbar. Could have been curtains.
Well, does he use Mikulek here for a little leverage? I mean, it's a great run from Bale again. You know, a tiring Leeds past Snodgrass, much easier this time. Hangs it up far post. Yeah, he is. He's leaning all over Mikulek to get himself up there. Decision could have gone against him.
Wasn't penalised. to his strongest team in the third round against Peterborough. This competition provided him with his first major honour in 25 years in management. Season before last, he's engineered one or two famous cup shots himself down the years, but determined to resist one tonight.
Substitution for Leeds United.
Leeds United are going to replace Bradley Johnson, their left back, with a right back, Jason Crowe. Right back both at Old Trafford and at White Hart Lane.
And replacing number 10, Luciano Becchio.
Luciano Becchio will give way to the American striker, Mike Grella. Certainly done his shift tonight. Becchio has worked tirelessly. Grella will come on.
Yeah, terrific in the first half. Not seen as much of it second half, but this fella can play a bit too, you know, Grella. And it is a last throw now, isn't it, for Simon Grayson?
And an opportunity here. Ankergren's free kick. Towards the head of Naylor. The first touch for Grella, but Naylor has been penalised. Our studio guest, Paul Robinson, has nominated his Eon Man of the Match, and he is Tottenham's David Bentley. Ninth start in the last 12 months for David Bentley. Huddleston. Bale. Crouch's header. Angled into Genus. Bale accelerating. Grella has fresh legs. Beautifully done. Bale appears to be back on top of his game too after a quiet spell. He's won a free kick. He's beginning to look the part again.
Yeah, well, I mean, Jason Crowe's across there now. Aidan White's playing left back, and there's just a little check as he tries to go around him.
Spurs centre-backs are going to stay at home for this free kick. Happy to keep it. Cranchar and Genus. Genus hasn't kept it. Well, rather anxiously away. Leeds throw. Crowe forward. Dawson in front of Beckford. It's come low for Snodgrass. Howson through to Beckford. Hasson's dealt well with it. Handball.
This is exactly the situation they wanted. Cranchar protests. Does it come up and catch him on the arm? Yes, it does, and they are quite high. So assistant has to give it.
So Johnny Howson will take the free kick. Just about everybody else is piled forward here. Howson. Quick header came in from Bromby and just whistled over the top of the crossbar. Wasn't far away.
Yeah, just needed to get over it a little bit more. He's almost ahead of the front post when he actually gets his head to it, and just can't exact the control on it. Good run from Bromby. You know, is that Leeds chance gone?
Decent chance, wasn't it?
Yeah. Maybe they'll still produce something, Clive, but I think when you look back on tonight, I think Tottenham have been far superior in possession.
Now, is Beckford blocked off there by Basson? No. Referee looked to well-placed linesman. No indication.
Bentley's got the MOM, but you know there've been a lot of very good performers. Defoe was exceptional up front. Crouch very, very good, and I thought the two boys in centre midfield as well, Genus and Huddleston, were excellent.
Defoe skipping into space, trying to feed Cranchar. Grove, facing his own goalkeeper, had to take charge of the situation and did. And before added minutes, though. Spurs fans watching at home, how are your nerves? Been here before? Huddleston appear to have a measure of control tonight. Genius to Defoe. It's been a very assured performance in many respects. Crunch up, let their skill do the talking, worked hard enough to earn the right to do that. And they do have some very gifted ball players.
I think you could see that from the word go. And they got off to the better start. The attitude was right from Tottenham coming here tonight. And they've come here and played extremely well.
Watering Premier League encounter with Aston Villa at White Hart Lane this Saturday. They visit Manchester City early next month. 2 points cover the four main protagonists for fourth place. Tottenham haven't been a top four club since 1990. Got to throw in the managing these added minutes well so far.
Exactly where they want it. Out in the corner.
Crouch. Leeds have won it back, and it was a pretty brisk challenge, wasn't it? Genius has only just reappeared as White carries the ball at Chorluka. Defoe got back there to help out. Bentley. Stopped by Naylor, not dispossessed though. Defoe. Crouch. Good challenge by Naylor. Huddleston wins it back. It's been a fantastic adventure. It started on November the 7th in the first round at Oldham. We saw them on ITV overcome Kettering Town with the help of a replay, then sensationally go to Old Trafford and beat Manchester United. We saw them again come from behind at White Hart Lane. Can they do it one more time? This is it. Ankergren takes the free kick, came off the head of Bale. It's hooked away by Dawson and smashed away by Bale, and Defoe might get away, and Ankergren's out of his goal here, and Jermaine Defoe on a hat-trick goes round Ankergren and sends Tottenham into the fifth round with his third goal of the night. And the icing is on the celebration cake for Tottenham Hotspur. Jermaine Defoe 3, Leeds United 1.
Well, it was always on if Tottenham could just clear it using his pace, and because Leeds just got everybody up there in the Tottenham box. But once they do whack it away, you know, once he's off, I think there's no catching him. But I think he takes it brilliantly. Very cool to go around the goalkeeper and slot it. And you know, he's been terrific tonight. Almost everything was falling his way, and it just can't be caught by Doyle. I think he's flagging a bit now, as most of the Leeds players are. And I mean, Tottenham have been good value for it tonight, and Defoe has been fantastic.
Well, he got 5 in a match in November against Wigan Athletic. Just the 3 tonight, but they'll do. He certainly had the chances for 5 or 6 more.
And listen, Leeds as well in this competition have been great value. Club very much on the way back. I think we'll be hearing more headlines, seeing more headlines from them in time to come.
They've still got a chance to reach Wembley next week, albeit they must reverse a 2-1 deficit at Carlisle in the Johnstone's Paint Trophy area final. But neither this nor that game are quite as high on their priorities as 3 points at Hartlepool on Saturday. Their FA Cup adventure comes to an end. Jermaine Defoe's deadly eye for goal caps a hugely impressive performance by Tottenham Hotspur. Harry Redknapp is heading in the direction of Wembley again. Bolton is the next stop. It clearly matters to Spurs, and they've shown that tonight. 3-1 winners in the replay at Ellen Road.